All right, cool. All right, folks, I think we have everything sorted out. Yeah, that is challenges. That's how it is with these things. Alan, where? You inside? I ain't hearing you. Let me see you. Where's your mic? Alan, mic. Alan, I'm not hearing you. Greetings, City Gael family. Time to drive, time to dive in the tub. Alan, I hear you. I know what you do. You hearing me? I just seen your mouth moving. You hearing me? Alright, well, me hearing you at all. So what I will suggest is that you jump out and jump back in. Yeah, jump out and jump back in. So I will hold the fort here by the time. Yeah, hey folks, good night everybody. Everybody, oh, yes, nice. Right. Harriet, Jeremiah, greetings to the Gael family. Time to dive in the tub. Yes, Harriet, time to dive in the tub. And we in the tub. We have a nice show for you tonight. We have a special guest lined up that, when that time reached, we will bring in. You know how it is, we had to have a little banter in front before, because something I want to talk about a little bit, not in no big detail, but I want to talk about it a little bit tonight. Tobago. Hi, fellas. How are you all? Locked on. Good night. Jean Morales. How you going, Jean? Nice to see you, man. Nice to have you on the inside. Well, so far is fella. Alan was on, but he had to log off to come back in. He seemed to be having a little issue with his device. Alistair, unfortunately, can't make tonight, so we want to just wish him all the best of health and strength, whatever it is that, it got blow over, because we all have our things that we had to deal with, one way or the other. So, like right now, I am dealing with the people thing. You understand? Yeah, I got licked down last week. As they say, what a meeting in past is, it doesn't matter if it's when. So, well, apparently it was my turn, so take that and stay home. So I locked down for a couple of weeks. Me and the madam locked down for a couple of weeks. But we're doing well. As you could hear with my voice, and with my speech and my behavior, we're doing very well. So thank God for good health and strength and everything else. And let me see. Right. So hopefully Alan will be back on soon. But we have a very special guest lined up for you tonight. But right after we come back for I'm telling you what it is because I want to get ready. As we come back for the anthem, I want to talk about that Tobago scene. Because while on one hand you have people who are real happy, you have people who are feeling real hurt. Because that's like half of their life just gone. Oh good, Tobago, oh good. Because one of the big things that the PDP was pushing was secession. That if they should win, one of the things they will be pushing heavy for is that Tobago, once again, becomes its own country. So Trinidad is Trinidad, Tobago is Tobago. Now Trinidad and Tobago. They want back that. We was by ourselves at one point. We want to get back that. That is what some people saying. Whether that makes sense at this point in time, whether it just make it economic sense, we don't know. But we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for them boys to come in, let me run the government tune. As all you know how we just do it, Madam Eunice with the national anthem of Gael.
Hey guys, so this is the actual recording. Culture Don't Close and Culture Don't Fall Out. Written by Mr. Ronald Ford and sang by yours truly.
You never know when a comedian serious or joking. The country was shocked to see Errol Beerback crying. People thought he was filming a new TV episode. We cultural archives was heading in a dark hole. How we value the works of those who contribute. For my cultural expression, money can't substitute. The images will remain embedded on my mind. And for my culture, I'm reflecting all the time. is running. Just a would I hit them licks in one of the episodes. Gonna send Rose with a ring, she better get them blows. Thanks to the generosity of the people of TNT. They say the cultural works of my country. Bassy Henville must be feeling so proud of we for protecting and saving Gael TV. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. For a few dollars you can't tell culture close up shop. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's Western TV, you want me cheer on to watch. What's wrong with seeing people on TV looking like me? You culturize my children with Bert and Ernie. A people's culture can only be about money. Seeing yourself on TV brings a different energy. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Philomena would have beat them with cheap bucket and mop. Lang, lang, na, na, lang, day. If Mr. Roscoe was in the mansion that fateful morning, that is where the archives would be storing. Kailash baby would have come bushy things in the kitchen. Sprang along would have give them a good tongue lashing. It's a serious lesson that the country learned. Your cultural archives must have a permanent home. By the evening they had to leave Gael TV alone. The power of the people paid off the loan. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Monetizing cultural assets could be rough. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Tell them financiers never, never all we bluff. It's not easy to foreclose on a people's legacy. To trade their heritage for some small money. Cultural contributors must be turning in their grave as they tried to block the path that they pay. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Monetizing cultural assets could be tough. Dang, da, dang, da, day. Dang, dang, da, da, dang, day. Kyle was the something ground of the great sprang along. Tony Hall, Christopher Led, and Wendell Etienne. So much room and stars has a platform to perform. How we cultural legacy would have carry on. We thank Errol Fabian for standing strong and reaching out in the time of need and desperation. Thanks to the people for their contribution. Today Gael TV on its way building back strong. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Gael TV on its way back to the top. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Culture can only stumble, but it will never flop. From the Ganges and the Niles emerged struck me. Calypso evolved from the brutality of slavery. The Spanish influence parang for all and we. And the English Privy Council is still with we. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Displacing the archives is a recipe for this unity. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Dang, dang, da, da, dang, day. Hey, hey, where you going with that? Culture don't fall out. You, hey, I pay the money. We pay with money.
The right, so again my audio inside. Alan audio is inside. Nice.
How you going, King?
Hey, I cool man. Just fighting
Nice,
a good fight
nice,
here.
nice.
Blessings,
See,
everything.
you
Blessed
missing,
evening,
you
guys.
missing a listener
Anastasia?
tonight?
Yeah, man. What you say you're listening tonight?
I saw you, Mr. Listener tonight.
Oh, I thought you say listening tonight.
He's not.
Yeah, we missing him.
I almost couldn't. Almost couldn't find this house where they put away here today. So I was able to find back a space so I could, set up shop,
Yeah,
get my snack in, and of course, something to drink. Respect the
right.
tub.
Yeah.
I find out if there's just disrespect the tub right through.
Nah,
And I
man, we're
remind
friend,
folks,
man. We're friend,
you know,
man. Think coming, think coming.
and of course, make sure that that we maintain that order, that the tub's supposed to be recognized. Good evening to all the tubbers in the house.
Yeah, man.
How things going with all on? It's all over the Caribbean, all over the world. People are always looking on from all over the globe.
Yeah, boy.
Big things happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago,
Yeah,
Tobago, boy. Woo, boy.
yeah, boy. Hold on.
Tobago.
Well, I just watching.
For
I just watching.
for those who don't know by now, listening probably up the Caribbean island, we have the THA elections that ran off yesterday, and the PDP, which would have been once the position for the PNM, and then subsequently, well, based on the January election, they were actually neck and neck. There was a tie, an unprecedented situation where there was a tie, and then they had to find 3 more electoral districts, and the PDP pulled off a 14-1.
Yeah, boy.
It was supposed to be 15, but by the count they say it was 14-1.
We.
In terms of it wasn't a shock for me. The shock, however, is how hard they beat PNM for me in terms of the resounding. Like, I
Yeah.
was talking to our pastor today. I say, boy, the Bible talk about that what it seemed to have will be even taken from you. Yeah, I'm talking about you know that the person that was slothful, for the person who had one and he went and buried it. He had
Yeah.
one talent and he went and buried a talent. You understand? He didn't utilize it. You see, even that what it seemed to have will be taken from you.
Yeah. Hey,
And
good
so
night,
the
Merlin.
6 that
Merlin
they
from
seem to
Dominica.
have.
Yeah.
So you had a overturn as landslide victory to the PDP. And one of the grass going out to the PDP and on their campaigning, and they seem to have done the work. You understand? Now it's time to put some points on your working column. I was thinking that to be a radio station was on a couple of weeks ago. Working on the radio station. Eric, I asked the Tobagonians, I said, give us a little snapshot of what you think happening in Tobago, to give us a little update. And someone from Tobago called in and they say you get points if you get extra marks when you show the working in the working column. For those old school arithmetic people, they will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Show your working in the working column and you get extra marks. And he say you get marks for the working column work, but they ain't have enough work. The present power didn't have enough work in the working column, so they lose marks.
Yeah.
You understand? That's how he drop it. I was like, wow. So this is how democracy is. Democracy, how it works for you, friends, and really and truly, it just goes to show you cannot rest on your laurels when you're in power. Do the people work?
Yeah.
Do the people work?
I was looking for a
Let them
video
not have
today.
aught on you.
I was looking for a video today. I heard up to sometime over the weekend. I heard a series of ads, from the different parties, and I heard one particular ad. I had to stop and listen and say, wait, now, did I just hear what I heard? No, I wouldn't mention it because I wanted to get the actual ad to substantiate, so I wouldn't mention it. But I'll just say this, is that Mr. Watson Duke used a very harsh term with regards to his feelings about Trinidad and Trinidadians. I say, wow. But I don't have the clip, because you know how things are happening might be between sleep and wake or whatever, or you thought you heard something about something else. So I wanted to get it to verify. But I remember when I heard it, my heart jumped. I said, geez, I wonder if this is how he is feeling.
If he's echoing.
Exactly.
If he's echoing if he's echoing the sentiments of.
If that is the case, then woo, yeah boy. Because I know a lot of people who fully support cessation. Fully. You know, they have nothing against Trinis per se. They just want to be able to run their own business. That is one side of it. Right? But then you have those who, they go so now, they go so kind of thing. You know, you have that happening. And then in between that, you have those who, regardless of what, we is one. Regardless of what you do, we are still one people. You know, Trinis love Ghanaians, Ghanaians love the Trinis thing, and they operate like family, and there's that kind of love, and they don't want to see any kind of separation. So I want to open it up to the callers. Let me hear. What is all the thoughts? What is all the thoughts on this thing?
Yeah, I have some concerns.
Yeah. Because I saw something from, I think it was Dominic Calipasad. You know Dominic does...
You had to find a different place for that.
All right, we have a call coming in here. Let me take this call. Robert Dub, you inside?
Hi, good evening.
Boy, the man I wanted to hear. Mr. Cliff Samlalsingh.
Hold on.
Cliff, the reason why I wanted you to call, I was hoping, I'm glad you called, because I know how deep your heart is connected to Tobago or vice versa. And, you know, based on some stuff I heard you share some years back. How you feel about this whole secession thing, baby?
Well, first of all, I want to say, you know, a heartfelt gratitude to the Creator to allow you to pass through this little process that you say you had last week. Yeah, so, you know, congrats on showing people that it's beatable. You know, we getting too much news out there that this thing you succumb to it. Nah, I keep telling people, no, the majority of people come through it.
Correct.
And, you know, it's nice that you could show that there, yeah. I mean, look, the Prime Minister himself, I think twice they say he was exposed to COVID and he looking healthy every time they talk about it. So, like, COVID does agree with some people. You understand? Yeah, well, as I say, yeah, Cliff Samlalsingh is my name, yes. I lived in Tobago in the early part of my years. I went to school here, Scarborough Methodist. Family connections with the Sinclairs, the Aquis, the Bells, Wilsons, right? So that's how far back I go because my mother and all her sisters and then were born, bred in Tobago. I lived in Tobago for a while also, up to about 10 years ago. I lived for about a 3-year period. And I remember when I was there, at the time, UNC, I think, UNC was in power and they were trying to win for a second time. And they had come up for I'm trying to remember correctly, yeah? Now remember, I am a political scientist. I could just tell you from my vibe that I get. Yeah. Right. And the word on the ground, I was up there, is that the party who was affiliated with the UNC and who they say UNC was funding had it in the bag. They had it in the bag. And
the TOP, I think.
Guess what cost them the elections? They come, UNC and them came over on the boat in the numbers on Friday, and you know, for the week to come up there. And you know, they shoot themselves in the foot by saying one thing. They say, listen to Begonians, we're changing the name of this square from Market Square to Freedom Square. And people say, wait. But all they ain't getting to power yet and all they changing name already. And you see, you have to understand the culture of the Begonians. You must have a connection with them. And I want to believe that the reason why PNM lost this election here is because there was a disconnect with the people. I mean, you were seeing it from the last election. It was right there, and I don't think much changed with the person who was in charge at the time, the Tracy Davidson, right? So once you have a disconnect with the people, they are, no matter what kind of work you say you're doing, once you didn't see you during the time, once you didn't see you there during the time, so Begonians act, and I think they could teach Trinidadians a lesson in that way, right? So that is my main view as to
always
why I
maintain.
believe they would have lost.
Yeah.
Now also remember that 60% of the workforce in Tobago is supplied by the government, so that people feel sort of indebted to the government because of their jobs. Imagine 60%, and that is a dangerous thing. You're on dangerous ground there, right? So the government tend to have a kind of hold over here. So imagine against that background, they would have lost the election. So it means that there was some kind of resentment for them to have won again.
Yeah.
Now you could say what you want about what's Duke, but he's an entertainer. He's entertained, right? But I like people to think outside the box, right? Because leaders and visionaries is people who think outside the box, and you need visionaries to carry Tobago ahead, right? Whether what's Duke is the right man or not, that is not what I'm questioning. All I'm saying is that you need persons who are willing to think outside the box, and I am glad Tobagonians have shown that they're willing to take a gamble on a person who is willing to lead them by thinking outside the box, and that is my love. Right? Right. So, what question is it? What did I ask me now?
Right. I wanted to hear your take. No, I see people trying to call in, so I may ask you to hang up just to give them a chance and call back. But
Sure.
for now, we'll continue. I wanted to hear what is your take, what is your personal take on this secession between Trinidad and Tobago, this separation that a lot of people pushing for. What is your thoughts?
Oh, shucks. If I know that the question you asked, I would not give me name and my background. That is a controversial and contentious subject, you know.
I know.
Right? You asked me for my personal take.
Your personal take.
Right? Right. My personal take is that I grew up in the era where Tobago had a lot of brainy people. So, like you had Henry Seeley started Unit Trust. You had of course one of our prime ministers, Mr. Robinson. You had real brain people. However, in nowadays there seems to be a brain drain. Most of imagine on the register of Tobagonians, you have about I was shocked to hear that you have about almost 200,000 persons who are born in Tobago, but the island only has about 60,000. So you are telling me more than 140,000 persons have left the island. You understand? So there's a brain drain. And the persons who remain on the island, from what I have seen and experienced, the development is very stunted. It doesn't go very far. So I believe that any talks of secession now, first of all, Tobagonians have to develop a work ethic that they don't have, that they have lost. They have to rediscover that for them to, before they could talk secession. So I'm saying before you talk secession, create that culture of work, hard work that Tobagonians were once known for. Right? Now, a lot of them are laid back because, as I tell you, I mean, hey, if the government could supply labor for 60% of the people, then you don't have to work hard. You're short of a salary every month. So there wasn't a need to work hard and to be creative. However, I know of a number of Tobagonians who have been able to run little sushi on the side, do a little side hustle and that kind of thing, and buy things without getting loans. Now, that is the old school thinking, because they believe that, listen, hey, I don't want a loan perhaps, I prefer to work hard. But guess what? The children and them now come and inherit that kind of hard work from their parents. And because they get it so easy, they laid back. So, my take, until Tobagonians develop the work etiquette that they was once famous for, they can't talk secession yet. That is my bottom line. Right? No,
It's
people
ideal,
could
but it's not
distribute us, yeah?
realistic.
Sorry, yeah. So I think I say enough because you probably have your callers to call in too.
Yeah. Hey, Cliff, I want to say thanks, man. That's good information. Thanks for being so brave, too, to share your point of view.
All right. All right. So
Okay.
let's take care. Have a good
Take care,
evening,
man.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. What's his on the line again?
Yeah, somebody on the way. Rubber Dub Dub, good night. You inside?
Pleasant good evening to you guys. How are you this evening?
Hey, very
Good evening.
nice, man. Nice to hear from
Doing
you.
good. Doing good. How are you?
I'm good actually. My name is Paul. I'm calling from San Fernando, Trinidad.
Sure.
Hi,
Yes,
Paul.
I'd just like to give my 2 cents based on the outcome of the Tobago election, right? And basically, when you see what happened in Tobago, I honestly think that the Prime Minister and the PNM should be scared. And I also think that the outturn of the election, not totally blaming it on Tracy, but you can clearly see that the behavior in terms of the manner that the Prime Minister would have gone to Tobago and made, I don't want to say threats, but it appeared to be threats of his own Tobagonian people. And in addition, Tobagonian people do not take threat lightly. I mean, our Trinidadians would be like, okay, we'll give him another chance. You know, our Trinidad culture is so different from the Tobago culture, right? And I think that the Tobago people are more straightforward, they're resilient, they will take up to their throat and their back. But when they're coming out of vote, trust me, they're going to make a statement, a cemented statement. And what I see last night there happened, it is not a fight for Tobago TG. It was outright winning. It was outright a landslide victory, other than the recount that took place today, right? So I am simply telling the PNM they need to restructure, they need to listen to persons on the ground, they need to understand how can we move from there. If you're hearing people saying that we don't want that particular person, based on the last outturn of the TG election in January, you could have simply said, okay, let's put another leader, let's push Ansel Dennis further, right? Maybe he would have been able to get Farley and Watson the fight because he's there, he has been experienced, he was the chief secretary, he knows what to do and know what to say because he has the experience and the expertise. But again, they don't listen to persons who are upcoming and persons who could give them proper advice. And I think the whole nepotism and the family friend affairs in the party and the internal fight, it needs to stop because in order for we to regroup and come again, we need to come not with a vengeance, but to be a little polite now, to be polite and to be a little user-friendly. And once we have that, then we can actually beat a political party. And before I go, I want to say this. Imagine you into party and to governance so long in the Western Hemisphere, in the Caribbean, right? There shouldn't be any negotiation where your political mileage or in terms of negotiate an election, because you're PNM and you're strong, you're doing the right thing. You know for a fact in your conviction that you is going to win that election without hesitation. By using the word fight, that means you have something to conquer again. And you didn't conquer, you were defeated, right? And the thing about it, they did not listen to what people had to say and what the Tobagonians had to do. And I know for a fact, and I can feel it in my heart, that Farley and Watson is going to use Tobago tourism to build back that country. And it's a Tobago party, and Tobago party needs to know to mind the business and fix the business because they're not getting...
Oh, you cut off, man.
Paul, yeah, sorry, Paul.
That's
not
Paul.
Sure, sorry, see, I didn't move my
Not
hand.
sure
Right,
what
so I'm not
Johnny,
sure.
but,
Yeah, not
Oh,
sure.
no, these things happen.
Yeah. Wait, all right,
And what Paul was
hold on,
saying-
this call I've been
right.
trying to get you for a little while now. Caller, you inside, Rubber Dub Dub, finally. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good night, you inside.
I just want to say that I'm so glad Tobagonians has taken the chance to change Trinidad and Tobago. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity where Tobagonians have changed the society, not just in Tobago, but in Trinidad. The young and all the different organizations that always wanted to make a different party in Trinidad are now going to take an example from Tobago and go forward with the idea, because a lot of people secretly in their hearts would like to see a different party than just UNC and PNM, and this is the start of it. I hope Tobago does good. I hope the leader does good, and let's move forward here. Let's get Tobago a powerful economy, a great manufacturing industry, and not just tourism. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Yeah, I like that. Alan, you wanted to share
Yo.
something?
Yeah, I hear the
Jeez.
the ringing. Let me come true. Let the calls come true. Yeah, that's it.
Rubber Dub you inside. Good night.
Good night. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, man.
I just
Yes,
want to say very, very nice program indeed.
Thank you.
You're really touching the pulse of the politics in Trinidad and Tobago tonight. And
Nice.
I want to warn the PNM that this is a serious wake-up call for them. And if, they say, if you ain't take this warning, I don't know what it is they will take again. Because if you all remember the history of the politics, the history of the politics always with Tobago making the difference. Tobago always made the difference. Remember when the incident with Robinson and Pandey joined together, and they had the thing with our next thing. So I'm saying that let them play the fool. They will find that the mat will move, or the road will move from on their feet just now. And I'm saying it could sooner than later. And they need to look at this result. This result saying a message, there is a lot of dissatisfaction in Tobago and in Trinidad and too. So I'm saying they need to look at the people. PNM are presenting themselves a big people party right now. And the people who put them there, which is the grassroots people, have been left out of the equation. All you're hearing now is townhouse and deal and who getting contract and who is this one friend. And all the people looking like me and you who sting and is down to keep them there, right? And voted for them on the 10th of August. They have been left out of the equation. And that is the reality. The Tobago say, we not taking that. And they pay for a lot of things they do to Tobago. One is by throwing out this man they call Kelvin Jack. Because we check the results, a lot of PNM supporters voted against PNM last night too. Right? The PDP support alone could not have given them that overwhelming and landslide victory. So at least thanks for taking my call. And I'm saying the writing is on the wall. Thank you very much.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Yes, man. Yeah, next call.
No, go ahead. You got a chance now. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, well, you know that it's going to be hot and sweaty whole night tonight where that is concerned. Oh, you really can't stay here too long. But I would say this. I hear the call for cessation, but I don't think it is practical. It's ideal, but unrealistic. As just as our first callers identified, all these things, unrealistic to do so. Take the call now.
All right.
I say looking at the phone.
Yeah. Rubber Dub you inside. Good night.
Rubber Dub. Bless good night.
Good night, man.
Good night.
Is the speech given by Mr. Farley. Because the politics in Trinidad and Tobago is winner take all. It's a kind of, so the next side who lose has to suffer for 4 or 5 years. This is not beneficial for Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? Politics has to change. This winner take all, it's long time politics. We have to wake up and get things right. Otherwise, this country is going nowhere fast. And I really hope that Mr. Farley, what they said they will do, I know they can do everything. Because, I mean, they come in and they want to do so much things, but, but once his heart is in the correct place, and the people keep him in check, understand? See that template. What can happen if we do the correct things as politicians? Everybody must benefit, not just your party group or well, A and B vote for me in this area, so them get in all these things that they mean vote for me. try to give them a little thing. This politics have to stop. I hope it's a wake-up call for Trinidad and Tobago and the people. Days of supporting party blindly has to stop.
Yeah.
Days of saying either PNM till are dead or a UNC are dead or a COP till are dead has to stop. Trinidad and Tobago must come first. Then only a party or whatever. Not party, and you're free to talk because if you talk, you might come back, they might take you back again. This is nonsense. This thing has to stop on you. Trinidad and Tobago, let us pray for Tobago to open our eyes and pray for Mr. Fari to can't get everything, but let us see a big dent. At the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago always come close. May God bless Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you, caller.
Thanks, caller.
Thank you, caller.
No, realistically, I always say this: Tobago voters, the electorate of Tobago, is much different to Trinidadians.
Yep.
It is not so much a partisan scenario. They vote on. They're not afraid to shift their vote. It come like I always say the mentality, and this is the picture of Trinidad versus Tobago.
No, while
If you
talking,
tell a Trinidadian,
I'm going to bring on the guest on camera, but you continue to talk by the time.
yeah, if if I go to ask you to do something for me, Eric,
Yeah.
that you have a problem doing, you will not tell me outright no. You go tell me, I mean, let me see how I go now. I go see.
Yeah.
Yeah? You quicker say that. If you
Yeah.
ask her to be going to do something that they don't want to do, no. They tell you straight out, no. They're not going to mix matters. It's a straightforward yes, no. They don't cut corners, and they're much more straight line thinking people. They're much more linear.
Yeah.
They're not going to TTV around an issue. And
Yeah.
Tobagonians have proven that election come, election go. They're not afraid to swing a vote. They're not afraid to tell you, listen, you're talking nonsense. We change your mind on you one time and change direction. They will tell you straight up. And I think, the disillusionment about how PNM handled this election between January to now, you realize that there was a severe disconnect. Even if you didn't see disconnect before January this year, now you see the disconnect even more between January and now. And again, the thing with the PDP is now PDP now have the work cut out for them because you have to prove yourself now worthy. You ain't just taking people and push them in office and push them as because they're friend. Because the same thing you want to talk against, you should not necessarily find. Or ever read the book called Animal Farm? Read the book they call Animal Farm. The same pigs that saying that they want to make sure everybody get equality end up being more equal than others. And the whole power that they try to pull from others, they end up in the same power struggle afterwards. So these are things that you have to understand that happens in society, and I really hope that the PDP show themselves, prove themselves strong, or else they could swing on the Fed way again. You understand? But
as you talk Animal Farm is a former school teacher in your midst there, so she know very well.
So that's why she smiled. That's why she smiled when I say Animal Farm. Bring the Animal Farm conversation, man.
Yeah, man. Let me say good night to Paul. Who we had on? Somebody was just on there, and we had Harriet a little earlier on. Our number you. It's just so much happening, guys. But we want to say thanks to you guys for who have been tuning in so far. Is this the same Paul who called just now? I wonder. Paul from South. Let us know. Yeah, but everybody, guys, for joining in the conversation, for those of you who called in so far and add your 2 cents and your $2 worth, because you add some serious value. Well, listen, we want to shift it slightly.
Before you shift it, can I say something?
Go ahead, Donna.
Guys, how you going?
Nice.
Okay.
Good.
When the people who are in power in this country don't seem to realize that we are the ones who decide who vote for, not them. We decide, and if we realize the power we have, when we take this finger, put it in ink, and go and vote, we have the power. But you know what? We have given up our power. because we feel there's nobody who else could take over and whatever. Well,
Who else?
Tobago
Yeah.
has Tobago has spoken. I lived in Tobago for a period of time, and I could tell you, I love Tobago. My husband has asked me, but when you reach Tobago, like you get on like if you in some different world. I am so happy. I'm so comfortable with the people. You know why? You said it, Alan. They're straightforward. They either like you, they don't like it. They tell you like it is. You either take it or don't take it. They don't really care about that. And the thing about it is, I could live with that
That's it.
because you're straight
Yep.
and know where you're coming
Yeah.
from and they walk that road with you. The thing about it is they spoke. If you mess with them and they don't like you, I was there when Cliff was talking about the UNC. I was sitting in a taxi and the lady next to me said she coming to change the name of We Square just so. She feels she in power, she go find out she not in power. And the next day,
Wow.
the whole of Tobago spoke one language. We just talk here. Uh, and give me a little beer
Yeah.
and whatever,
Yeah.
whatever, and everybody cool and everybody chilling out. But that is not the case there. He cannot go, the Prime Minister cannot go and threaten Tobagonians. You know, they don't care if he come from there. You
Yeah.
come to treat me like a child, I will deal with you the same way. And that is what they did. I mean
Yeah.
to say, I pray that everything will work out because for me, I'm a Trinbagonian. I'm not Trinidad and Tobago. I'm a Trinbagonian. I just tell people that. I say because we are one. And when you get that love, nothing must come between us as a people. As a people, we
Correct.
are a people. You understand? And it is not about who in charge. Who in charge must understand that whatever they do is for us and our
Yeah.
generation, our children,
You
not
see
for
what
themselves.
you see what
And
Ingrid
that
Mark
is what we
Ingrid Johnson said winning is just part of it. The real question is if you could do the work that
Thank
comes
you.
after. That's
And
the
it's
real
not easy
thing.
to do the work, eh?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
have to get people to understand that I am working for you.
yeah, yeah. Because you could use all kind of that strategy
Correct.
to win it. You could use all kind of fancy strategy and win. She's correct.
Hmm.
But having won, put
What
your
do
head
you
down
do?
now and do the work. Let me see you.
That's
Perform.
right.
The working column. You get marks to
Thank,
working column.
thank you very much. You
Right.
see, one back again, teacher here, she listening. They can she tick you off or give you a little
I
extra.
love it. I love it.
Yeah,
You I love
Out
what
of the
have been
class.
said
Out of the
this evening.
class.
yeah, yeah. So
Beautiful conversation.
yeah, man. So let me
Beautiful
just introduce
conversation.
properly. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the husband calling, and I purposely asked him to call. Again, because of his whole connection with Tobago, I wanted him to voice some opinion. But this is his wife, so you heard Cliff Samlalsingh. This is Mrs. Donna Samlalsingh, our special guest for tonight. And Donna is, as mentioned, she's a former school teacher. She is also a business owner and entrepreneur. She is actually involved in several different types of businesses. Because as a good business person, one of the things we learn is that you don't put all your eggs in one basket and one stream of income ain't go cut it.
Yeah,
Multiple
sure.
streams of income, and it will fill the tub eventually. So Donna, Donna is, well, the first place, Donna, some of you may have known her. Some of you could recall seeing her on a Wednesday, so she'll actually be on tomorrow. Donna is one of the hosts from another show run on a Wednesday right here on Gael called Beyond 2021. Good evening, Patricia. Two men and a lady in the tub. Yes,
Hey,
man.
let's go. I love it.
Diane Benskin, the Youth Vote for Transformation. The youth vote will transform the voting landscape in Trinidad and Tobago. Quite correct. Quite correct. The age-indoctrinated cult members will be outnumbered. It's just a matter of time. Things,
That's right.
it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. So yes, I was saying Donna is, some of you may know her from seeing her on a Wednesday night. So look out for her tomorrow. She'll be on again. But I asked her to be my special guest tonight because Donna has been doing some nice stuff. As a wife, as a mother, as a former school teacher, she didn't just depend on whatever little retirement money they gave her and done that. No, Donna decided business. Go ahead, Alan.
Just want to know what kind of business she's involved in. You're seeing a lot behind here from that. I don't know what Donna do.
Were you rushing?
What kind of business?
Were you rushing? Let me
Well, I
set a
don't know.
nice.
I say what
let me
you're
set a
going
nice.
and say. I say go and say what she doing
No,
in
let me set a
business.
nice
But
little
Yeah,
base
let's
now
take
and
what
properly
they
introduce the lady. Why you so?
I get all the preamble, but the preamble,
But
so you know how
but
we
but
this
you rush.
cliffhanger preamble you're giving us
But
here.
hold on,
Right
hold,
now.
hold tight, like hold tight. So one of the businesses Donna owns, when you go to Center of Excellence in Trinidad, you pass the main gate, You pass the little round thing, you know, with the security booth and so on. And as you start to walk towards the hotel or to the pool, right next to the pool, there's a little cafe where you could get just about anything on a daily basis, snacks, get a little something to nibble, something to drink. You know, you could go and sit down and have a conversation with Donna and other members of staff, people who, you know, with the pool while they're waiting the children. They could line right in the cafe there and so on. So the name of that business is Cafe Rustique, owned and operated by Donna and her husband, Cliff. So Donna, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Rubber dub dub. Two men in a tub and one lady this evening. I love that. Listen, we can't lie man thing now, eh? And we can't sit down and talk. You have to come in, make
Well,
your
true,
purchase,
true. Yes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
go through, and
Yes.
you don't
head
need a
out.
spit in your mouth. But the love is still there. The love is still there. And Alan, you know, as you were asking what business I'm in, I am seeing where the world is going, and I'm going before it. I want to get there before it. You know, I heard, I can't remember the speaker right now. Maybe Eric might be able to help me with this. A guy said, if you need to become successful, look at where the world is going and go ahead of them.
Yeah.
So I am into the new generational future of payment. I have my business in the cafe. But with all of that, this evening, there's something really, really special that burns my heart a lot more because I always say this, if you don't have good health, nothing else matters. Right now, in what the world that we are living in that has suddenly just gone so crazy, you need to recognize the importance of good health. And that is what I want to share with you guys this evening and to share with our audience, to talk with you, to share with you some of the things that can help you get on that road and stay on that road. You can make money while doing it, but most importantly, how important is your health to you this evening? How important? Eric, I know you talk about the importance of good health. Alan, I'm quite sure you can too. I heard you say something just now,
Yep.
Alan, that had me laughing. You said when you came home, you look at the house and you say, I don't know what they do with the house here. Alan, it's Christmas. And we were getting there. If you see, my husband don't like it either. So I still do a little chirrup, chirrup,
Lord,
chirrup, chirrup.
put
Don't
away the
worry.
house. I don't
And
know what to
when
find.
my sister sent me a video, a little video showing me this house. That was last year she did it. I wonder if I could find it again another time. This house in a mess. If you see the house, crazy, crazy, crazy. Things all over the place with it. Trinidad home.
Women is morph.
Yeah,
Donna,
and then
women is
plenty
women is morph.
fence.
Women is
And then if
just
you see the
flip
house,
into some women is flip into some
you
kind of being. It is be
don't let my
strange.
husband hear you. Eh? Don't let my husband hear you. Because he said we
Oh
change
yeah,
personality.
this nice loving woman turn into this work master, task
Not one.
master, do this, do that, a whip on your back. You feel you're on the
We want to
plantation, doing
clean.
picking cotton.
Yes. And in the morning when you get up, let me tell you something, Christmas morning when you get up, you look around and you don't know the house. You can't believe it that you're seeing. Because a Trini woman just went to town and clean out and told you Merry
Lord
Christmas.
Father, women is more.
Oh,
That's where we
I
at.
don't joking.
That's where we
Oh
at.
Lord.
You know, I like how you say woman morph because Cliff will agree with him, eh? Because I find,
Yeah,
I told him,
I talk
you
it
know,
on
just
behalf
like
of
your
all
car,
women, here, all men.
let me use your car. And you men maintain your car. You have to go and do a tune up. You have to make sure it's okay. You have to, and you do that, right? And listen, I like what Yolanda said. She said, just put down the bag and help now. I love it. Yes, Yolanda, that's it. I love it. You hear that, Helen? She said, just put down the
You
bag
gotta
and
help.
help now. Yes,
If you gotta
yes.
sleep, if you gotta sleep, we gotta help. If you
Come
wanna
on,
eat, we gotta
yes.
help. We can't get away from You can't get away from it.
I hope my husband not hearing you because you trouble.
It's
You
no
not, you not
rest.
right.
We know. The
But
first talk in the
Alan,
morning, Donna, the first
uh-huh.
thing in the morning, what you doing today? What we doing today? What we doing today? When they come back from work, what you doing? You need to pull your hand. Pull your hand. You hear that you talk for Christmas and all men. Pull your hand. That's the slogan for men. Pull your hand.
Pull your hand, do something. If you
That's what
just
you get.
say, put out your
Pull your
bag and
hand.
help
Pull
me
your
out.
hand.
The thing about it is it's a family time. It's a time for us to really be together and have some fun. You know, and I mean, the
Correct.
thing, men look at it like, oh God, you're going to dirty up the house to clean it again. And women look like at it like, oh Lord, I'm fixing up my place for my family. So when you see Christmas morning, everything will be beautiful. It will be nice. And you must clean out your house sometime during the year. So why not Christmas time? I do mine twice a year. I mean, really turn it upside down and fix it up because that is what how I my mother brought me up. You know, we used to clean for Easter, clean for this, clean for that. Well, I done all of that. It's twice now. They're getting it for Christmas, just like how you will do your tune up on your van or your car. You have to tune up your house. And ladies, I think I have to tune up my house. Sharpen the
All
plugs
these
and
ladies
get
and
them
them
all
chanting
clean.
amen right now.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
glad
yes,
they
yes,
represent. They're representing.
All right,
yes.
You're repping. You're repping.
so here's what by my time, it is now 3 minutes to 10. So, Donna, here's what I want to do. Remember, I told you about that thing we have 10 o'clock.
That's
So,
right. And we'll
I
come
want
back and
us
get
to.
into the
No, hold on, no, we have a couple of minutes. So, all I want to do is come into it,
okay.
introduce the products, you know, just a little overview. Then we're going to take
Right.
our break. We're going to do what we had to do. And somebody called Asha. They just call and remind me and think they don't play that thing. Rubber dub, hey, you see what I mean? That look like a Tobago number 639. 639 is Tobago,
Yes,
eh?
Tobago.
Yeah.
That's Tobago.
Yeah.
69 is
Shucks,
Tobago.
sorry I missed that one, man.
Yeah,
Right,
because
so,
it add some value.
yeah. So let me go just introduce this stuff. Then we go take the break, do the
Okay.
CCC thing, and come back. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, some of you may have heard it before. I'm coming across this line of products for the first time. Now, a lot of companies like to boast that they have this one product that could do everything and, you know, and all that kind of drama. And that sounds nice. But ever so often, I also understand that sometimes you need something just to deal with one thing. Just one thing. Forget everything else because everything else is not affecting you. I just have one problem. What product can you give me to help me with this one problem? And sometimes we need that. So let me introduce you to, well, or Donna rather is going to introduce you to a line of products called Emery. So Donna, take it from here.
I love it. Emery. And I'll just start by sharing with you the name. Emer. It means eternity. That's what it means in German. And I, at the end, means international. So it's a company that's built to last. It's a company that's producing and giving to you a healthy lifestyle. Let me tell you something. Happiness is created when you are healthy, you are well, and your family is well. I often hear people ask people, how you going? And when you could say, I am blessed, I am good, I am healthy, that is a plus plus. And Emery International brings to your door products for your wife, products for you, and you are going to find out when you see me come back how deep those products go. It could bring some joy to you for Christmas. It can add some excitement into areas of your life that might be lacking it. It does a lot of things. And I would share with you some of those products that could, Alan, you would look forward to your Christmas morning when you see these products because you and your wife will be that different too when you hear what you and I am telling you, it's product that goes to the area that people hardly talk about. And I am going to share that with you this evening because many people, when you see things happen in those areas, they tend to say nothing. But this evening, I'm going to share with you how you can improve in your bedroom, not just at Christmas time, but all the time. Okay, so we're going to look at certain
My
areas.
glasses nearly fall off there.
I'm going to share with you different areas of health in your body because I believe that is the crown for all women and men to have in their lives, good health.
Yeah, man.
Okay?
All right, so folks, let's take it away. CCC, this is your 10 o'clock break.
Time to get up and dance. Yep.
organic capra. So I am part seed of India. The Indian ship on this level bind together to resist in unity. There was no more mother Africa, no more mother India, just mother Trinity. My Bahuka jump on the sugar cane, down in the Garoni plain. So Ram Logan bass there for Kashana. The Jihadi Pie, brotherhood on the boat. Brotherhood on the boat. The color, Mahuta had to make that journey for I to have Zindagi. So it is a great privilege to have such unique heritage. 50% Africa, 50% India. I have joined duty to holiday, emancipation on arrival day. Since Matel Razak made a journey, 150 years gone already. So whether you're Hindu, Muslim, Christian, let's walk this land hand in hand. We could only prosper if we try. Achahaji Pai, brotherhood of the boat. Brotherhood of the boat. Kumaye, Zinnawe, Kumaye, Zinnawe. Back to you, and somewhere on that journey, you will see a man in a dhoti saying he prays in front of a chanty. Then and only then you'll understand what is a cosmopolitan nation. There's no room for prejudice at all. United we stand, divided we fall. So whether you're Muslim, Hindu, Christian, just know that in this land we could only prosper if we try. Brotherhood of the boat. Brotherhood of the boat. By boat, taste the salt water in your throat. You see from and Amanda, your great grandpa and grandmama. One was a slave and one was indentured. But the religions of color didn't interfere with their love for each other. Nahi, nahi. I am proof of racial unity, and that is the way everyone should be. Everyone should have each one in their prayer. Let's show each other we care. As we all know, in coming Balhai, unity is strength. Brotherhood of the boat. Brotherhood of the boat.
Brother
if I remember
Marvin,
correctly, the little girl
the
who was singing was
Jihadi
actually his
Bai.
daughter who was singing the backup.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yep. Brother Marvin had a nice year that year with
Yeah, boy.
Jahaji Bai.
Yeah,
I think he won the Calypso one. Good song, good selection, man.
yeah, man.
Good
Nice.
selection, good. I hope all they get up and dance in the Caribbean. That was Brother Marvin Jahaji Bai. You know what it is, do it.
He's still
So we
around?
have our guest. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay,
not.
okay.
I know what he's singing in front, but I know he's around.
Nice. That's
You understand? When you drop hits like that, you can't fizzle, you can't, disappear without being knowing.
good.
Um,
True.
you know that. So we have Donna, and we talk about Emery, Emer.
Emery, Emery.
Well, Emery, right?
Yeah,
So
love it,
we
love it.
have Emery, the product line Emery, and is a one-stop shop as you highlighted.
Let me
Yeah,
take a
Yeah.
call. Let's take a
it's
call.
a one-stop.
Yeah. Rubber dub dub, good night inside.
Good night, Robert Dub Dub. Two men in a tub with one woman.
Good.
Where's her husband tonight?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Enjoying
Grenada.
the program, enjoying Take a Dance. Is May Rollins calling from Antigua. Love up, love up.
Lovely.
Uncle
From
Errol,
Antigua.
everybody,
Nice.
good night, pleasant night. Love you all.
Thank you,
Good
thank
night,
you.
good night.
Hello,
Love, love,
Merlin.
love
I
in the
see
house.
Merlin. Merlin says she had thoroughly enjoyed this. Hello, Merlin. Hello, thank you, Grenada.
That's Antigua.
Antigua. Oh, that's the wrong way. Antigua. Yeah. No city number.
That's Antigua.
Yeah.
Very nice.
My
I
bad.
would
My
love to
bad.
visit Antigua soon.
Nah, I love it, boy. I've been there a few times. Real nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hear from Donna. He
You
married the
know,
product line.
Emery.
I am listening.
Emery.
I am listening to you guys on TV and looking at you and being part of this show this evening. I want to thank you for having me. Really, really want to thank
Not
you
a
for having
problem.
me. And Alan, the the butcher and the candlestick, right? So, so we're missing the baker this evening because he couldn't come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I want to share with you is if you have good health, all is well in your world. You know, you can have health and wealth, and the wealth could take away, your bad health could take away everything you have in your wealth. So this evening,
Correct.
Antigua, Dominica, Grenada, wherever you are in Trinidad and Tobago, I want to share with you some products that I believe will add value to your life. You know why? Many women don't talk about the major concerns they have in their bodies because, it's kind of, but this evening, we're going to talk about it. We're going to face it. We're going to look at some products that can assist you in the areas, in your intimate areas, in areas of your body like your gut, your intestines, those areas that a lot of people have problems with and they don't discuss it. Because when you go to the doctor, by the time they finish charge you, and have you ever looked at the advertisement on TV, Eric, where you see they tell you, use this, and then they tell you all the side effects. The side effects could kill you. You understand? I am introducing to you this evening, Alan. It's going to make your Christmas happy. I am telling you, a natural plant-based products, natural plant-based products. And the flagship product is one that a lot of people will wonder, whoa. And I am going to say it is called Virgin. You see, they have the box and I have one too. This is our flagship product. This is the product that most women, 77% of women in most countries are in need of this. You know why? It inhibits bad bacteria in the private part of the woman. It enhances friendly bacteria. So listen, you know what's happening there? All the problems with dryness and itching and infections and all these things. Virgin protects. It keeps you safe from that. It moisturizes and tightens. Alan, you hear what I'm saying? Moisturizes
I'm
and
looking at it.
tightens.
I'm listening. Mm-hmm.
Right. And it
Mm-hmm.
improves your sex life. Because when that area is good, let me tell you something, mama is happy. Okay? Mama is happy. So Virgin protects. It moisturizes and tightens and it improves your sex life because it helps repair cells and it builds the muscle within the vagina. So that gives the woman a
Right.
better feeling about herself. And you see, as we move on with the slide, Eric, could you move it a bit for me? It takes care of all these areas. I'm not going to go through all, but look at some of the problems that women have: discharge, itching, candidiasis, unwanted malodor, menstrual cramps, right? Intimate dryness. We have problems with low libido. So Virgin takes care of all of that. You'll be singing Happy Merry Christmas. All kind of songs will be going through your head. And you know another key thing? You see polycystic ovary syndrome, it takes care of that. Let me say this. Women go through a lot of problems, you know. That is like an open
Yeah.
door. Vagina is like an open door that things come in, and to get it out, it's hard. I always tell people, when your stomach go up like you can't get it back down, it become your best friend. Virgin takes care of those needs in the woman. And when she is happy, who happy? Eh, Alan? Who happy, Eric? You.
Men are
Them
happy.
True.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
woman
Happy
happy,
wife,
you happy.
happy life. Happy wife, happy
Right.
life.
That's it. And Virgin takes care of that area that makes both of you happy. One of the other products that I enjoy, because I've used Virgin and I'm using them because I believe if I have to tell you about something, must experience it first. I have to experience it. If you look at clinical trial results, a doctor who's a gynecologist, an obstetrician, she did the test and she said that 2 weeks of Virgin, if you look at the red line shows the bacterial infection, and the yellow line shows what happens after 2 weeks of the gene. The fungal infection, the bacterial infection, all those infections get licks because the gene has that impact. It's a natural based, but it has that impact on those areas. Look at what happens with infections. And as Eric moves the next slide, look at what happens with discomfort. After 2 weeks, look at it, the itching, everything starts to lessen, the burning, the stinging, the pain, the discomfort, irritation, dryness. Women have a lot of issues in that area. And it is not just one woman, eh? There's plenty of us who go through that. When you look at places like India and the US and you see the kind of percentage that goes through these things, you would know why Virgin is so important. And there are some testimonies from girls who told you some things about Virgin. I mean to say, I'll just read. When I used Virgin for the first time, I woke up smelling like an exotic fruit. In the sunset season of every woman's life, intimacy is no longer an interest. That was until I used Virgin. I thought Virgin was for young people. I said, well, that's for young people. I'll get that to the young people to look at it. Uh-huh. It's for all women. Jennifer from Pina. Look at where they're from. Epi Arcona, Riemann, Sandy Grande, and Pina. Wow.
Wow.
Look what
Local stuff.
yeah, look what just I stick one stick of a gene did for me. One stick because it comes in sticks. Amanda from Grandy said, excruciating menstrual cycle, lower back pains gone. I mean, ladies, you can't ask for better. Whether you're in Dominica, whether you're in Antigua, whether you're looking at this show in Tobago, in Trinidad, wherever you are, Virginia is for you. And I love this. You see, Orphea, or fear is 9 layers of protection. You know, sometimes you go out there and you buy a sanitary napkin and it's a waste of time. You have to get home quickly if you're a heavy bleeder and that sort of thing, you know. But Orphea makes it breathable, it gives you worry free, it's comfortable, it's dry, it's ultra thin, so it's comfortable to wear. It's safe, it's not giving you any infections. And listen, it warms the uterus and improves blood circulation. Anybody could tell you that from a sanitary napkin. 9 layers of protection. We didn't stop with Orphea. We're dealing with the woman, yes, and we're taking care of that area of her body. But we moved from Orphea and we went to Adwell. I love Adwell. Adwell is for male, it's for female, it's for anyone who has stomach problems. If you want like digestion, you know, a friend of ours said, yeah, a friend of mine said yesterday he has acid reflux, and when he takes the Adwell, he said, you immediately, and when I take it, you get that you immediately feel the food beginning to digest. Adwell is a shortened term for addition to wellness. It, the plant-based enzymes breaks down food efficiently, and enzymes accelerates how things happen. That's how it is. It speeds up chemical reaction. It improves intestinal health and your gut starts to feel better. And let me say this, that's where a lot of our diseases take place. So if Adwell could help prevent cancer, it helps prevent blood clot. It cleans the intestine. It is putting you on the road to good health. It actually helps with sugar and all those other little diseases you have, because once your gut and those areas become more healthy, your body automatically starts to follow that way. I have all of them. Adwell, Virgin, you name it. And listen, they send the Adwell with a nice shaker cup for you too. So we're moving on from Adwell because Eric, I love this. Alan,
Mm-hmm.
Alihat, and Fementina, male and female. Watch me. I love it. Fementina, it works. If a woman can't get pregnant, has problems in her womb, Fementina gets there and does the job to allow that to happen for that woman. That is fantastic. It helps your muscle in your stomach to become stronger. It increases your libido, it makes it higher, your sexual drives become higher. And Aliha, you're coming to match with your wife. Because watch me. I told my husband today, the tongue that Ali makes me think of when people talk about Paco water in Tobago. So you'll understand the conversation, right? It helps
Mm-hmm.
in that area. Yes, you see how you have it here? A natural approach to woman's health. It maintains a healthy female reproductive system, helps to tighten and lubricate intimate area, enhances sexual function and libido, helps to facilitate conception and childbirth, helps to firm abdominal muscles. I stop right there. Ladies, you don't want something to make the stomach look good and feel better? You don't want when you walk into the room Christmas Eve night where your husband, he ain't looking at the house, but he looking at you? Fermentina could do that for you. And we're not leaving out the men. We're not leaving out the men because we bring them to Ali Heart, the natural
Yeah, Alihat. Who
testosterone
is Alihat
booster.
now?
All right. Let me tell you, Alan, because I want you to get it. It improves male sexuality and performance. Watch me. A guy today said when he take his two Ali Heart, he feel like Superman. It improves male fertility and sperm count. It prevents, and you see this, I like this. It prevents osteoporosis in men. That's the tendon of the bones, right? When you start to get that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you could just bounce your hip on a chair and it break. You could just
Brittle
slip
bone.
and it break. It prevents that. And that is important because remember, as you age and you get older, these things seem to be waiting to say, okay, I'm next, but you want to tell it. Take up your aliyat and say, not now, not never.
I get
You
that.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't come here. Don't find another place because this helps you prevent osteoporosis. It helps with your liver function, and your liver is important because the liver absorbs toxins from your body. So the liver now is
Correct.
functioning better. So therefore, your body is going to function better, right? It helps increase muscle strength. My husband is taking it, and he said to me, he runs hills, right? And I said, I asked him because I'm monitoring. I said, how you feeling? He said, Dons, I'm feeling good, but I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say it's that, but like I'm getting more energy going up the hill. Like I'm building, I'm feeling better. So it helps increase muscle strength, helps enhance energy and vitality. So Alan, just call me on 296-8879, and this will be yours. Eric, I have one for you too. Don't worry, right? It helps to eliminate
Nice.
fatigue. And you see this one, Flexies, Flex. Oh, listen. Let me tell you how I heard about this. Someone put into a group that I'm in that her mother took this. And when the mother took it, the mother has diabetes and she gets pains under her feet. Now, this is for bones and joints. But she gets pains under her feet, maybe from the nerve damage, from, when diabetes could give you pains and stuff like that. And she did not finish the whole box of Pixies. And she told her daughter, she said, I am feeling so much better. She said, you don't notice how I'm walking, I'm not getting any pain. And I said, wow. And then testimonies started to come one after the next. Flexies, it relieves pain, joint pain, bone pain, your back pain, all kind of pain. Maybe it could relieve your pain in the house when Christmas come and you feed your wife morphine. I don't know. If you feed your wife morphine, give us some flexies and Regina and those things. Because when you look at it, it deals with your bone, it deals with your joints. So you know how many people have osteoarthritis, which is development from osteoporosis into arthritis. So here what? Your bones thinning, the pain increasing, your joints, you can't open. Some people can't even do so with their fingers because of that. It's a
Wow.
very painful experience. You don't want to go there. You have a solution. You have a solution in Flexies. It's the solution for joint and bone problems. It improves flexibility in the joint. It prevents osteoarthritis and osteoporosis. I have to emphasize that because inflammation gives us a lot of the diseases we have. If you do a lot of studies on health, you'll realize that. And
Yeah.
this has anti-inflammatory properties. Listen, if you get sick, you spend more money than you would on one of these. I am telling you. When you get sick, the doctor is just waiting to tell you, come back and come back and come back and come back while he gives you medication that tends to not heal the area, but add more things to the area. I'm very sorry to say, with all respect to doctors, I go to a natural doctor. Okay? A
Some Mona, sorry, some Mona just said that she's a living testimony of the product.
Bless God. Bless God.
And
You
Jennifer
see
as
that?
well. Jennifer was saying that
Yes,
there's no side effect. She's
yes,
Bless God. Because it's
recommending it and endorsing
natural.
it.
yes.
It's
Crypto King,
natural.
My
welcome, welcome
question,
to the show, Crypto King.
Yeah, but when you take the
my
Advil
question.
and you drink that, for the time you drink it, you actually start to feel like if the food is being digested. You don't feel upset or acid reflux or nothing like that. The flexies, imagine you're moving your feet. Listen, man, you see what that girl stretching and doing? I could do that. Watch me.
Can
I could do that. And I'm telling you because
I
we
ask
need to
Donna?
stretch. Yes? Feel free.
I just need to. I don't. Can I ask in terms of the product line itself? Is it
Hmm.
local? Is it local based? Or is it uh,
Good
where is it
question.
actually coming from? Or is it sourced?
Okay. This company started in 2016 and was launched in Nigeria in 2019 and it's been coming from Nigeria. The leader here, our leader here, Mr. Brian Louis, experienced going out there to Nigeria and spending time to bring this back for us. And I'm very proud to mention him and to say talk about what he did for Trinidad. Because we just started in Trinidad sharing these products about say 5, 6 months ago for the most. And we, Trinidad and Barbados, are the only two countries in this area that has this product right now. And you get it delivered
Right.
straight to your home because FedEx bring it direct to your door. Right? It is
Now, now,
fantastic.
now, on another note too, in terms of
Mhm.
um uh sometimes medicine takes years to prove worthwhile. See the companies it started in 2016, but how much more of a research and development um in terms of the the authenticity of the product itself, in terms of was there ever any issue or complications coming out of using the product ever before that we wouldn't know of, or if anybody else to research, any
Beautiful.
kind of
I like that
negative.
question because our products are patented. You know what that says?
Hmm.
It has been tested, it has gone through the test, and it is patented. So it is not just here, let me try this on you and let me try this on you. And the
Right.
testimonies that come out of Nigeria, that is coming out of Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados started recently, right now, is proving that these products are standing up and doing what they have promised. Okay,
Right.
I like to say we are in countries from A to Z because we in Algeria, Zimbabwe, and a whole set of countries across the world, Nigeria and other places that are using it, Thailand, all these areas are using it. And I mean to say that for me, the testimonies is what led me. I came and I saw the products. And then I said, okay, you asked a very good question, Adam, because I mean to say, I wondered as well, is this product going to do what it said? Because many products don't do what they say. Many products don't do what they say. But these products
Correct.
they are proving themselves through people's testimonies and through my experience as well, because I have experienced it. I have I'm doing it, I'm using it, and I am feeling the results of it. So,
Hey.
what, Alan? Let me ask you a question.
I see my
Did you see
sister
anything
just
that you
giving one
like?
of the Adwell.
Another look, Ralph is saying it's won the 2021 award for the best product. 2021 award, and that is beautiful. A friend of mine just said,
Yeah, my sister no handing me this thing here.
"What's that?"
It's an Adwell, that Adwell.
Oh yes, that's the package. That's it. And you mix it in water, so she has it. Ask her how she feels
Yeah.
when she takes it. How
But
you
she don't
feel?
look good. She don't look good, but she feels good. What don't put on? I just she's here.
Listen, the thing
She
about it
says
is,
she's asking how you feel. She said it works. So she's a
thank
testimony,
you,
living testimony in my house.
Alan. This
She
is
didn't
what
tell me
we are
about it. Say she
talking.
have it here. And she never tell me about it.
Alan,
All
that's
right.
what we're talking about, the testimony. Because every product that, okay,
And
let me
this as
go a
well.
little bit into something here.
Good night, Asha.
If you,
Good night, Asha.
oh,
Is this one your product
okay.
line as well?
No, I don't know that one. Which one is that?
But that's
Look,
slim.
somebody is saying
It's
something here.
course.
Very important point. The medical industry is big money business because I was just about to say to you guys and to say to our viewers,
Right.
when you take a medicine, the doctor tells you go buy this and bring it, and you start to take it. They say take 2 tablets a day. Sometimes you take it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and no difference. You can't feel any better. You must know that tablet not working, and you know what it has done? It has deposited things into your body that has created even more danger to your health. I talk about this because I really appreciate what that product is designed to do and what it is doing. That is why I'm comfortable
Great.
sharing it. That's why I'm comfortable talking about it. And I mean, it's not just me saying it. Look, your sister just come on and share it with you. She fixing your place for Christmas and she telling me why she feels. Listen, you could make this a gift to your wife for Christmas, you know. Make this a gift.
Which one? The
And make
Adwell?
your life happy. Yeah, this is Virgin. This is Flexies. This is Adwell. I
Virgin.
have all of them. Give them a gift.
Are
Give your
these
wife.
things each sold separate? Each sold
Yes,
separately, or I mean, because
yes.
again, it's really based on your need,
You can
right? Based
buy
on what
this by
you
itself. You can buy this by itself. Any one of these products you can buy by itself. You also have combo deals,
and what.
which are available for you and all of that. You know, call me, find out more about it, or call 715-452, call 296-8879, which is my number, and find out more about it. Thank you, Eric. You know, I
Is your
really,
money
really
screen,
love
Eric?
the products.
Yeah, yeah.
I really love the products.
Nice.
And I thank you for having me on your
No, but
show to
it's
share
but
these men
that's not a problem.
Christmas
And
gift.
but again, in terms of turnaround time, order to receive. What's the
Okay,
turnaround time like? So somebody wants to order for Christmas. How much time do they need to get their orders in before they could actually say it is
okay. I'm going to give you what is the normal ballpark timing. Okay, because I know Christmas sometimes they tend to have a bit of delay. But normally within 2 weeks, you have your products loaded in your home, ready to use, to give us a gift or whatever. FedEx call you and they say, hello, so, we have this for you to deliver, boom, 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 and they bring it to your home direct. Thank you, Lisa.
nice, fantastic
And that's
information.
my friend from Barbados, Eric, Lisa Green.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
Eric,
very good.
forward the
Hi, Lisa. Mona Jones, the product as far my the products as far as possible are green, natural, and safe. Yes, good info.
That's right. That's right.
Good
Thank
info.
you.
Right. Our body
Good to
requires
hear.
things that will create balance, that will will keep the pH balance, all those things are towards good health. When our body is in good pH balance, that's good health. And that is what we have to look for. Because no matter what we do in this life, good health is one of the most valuable things that you can ask God for. He says, above all things, I desire you be in good health. That's the first thing, that above all things, I desire you be in good health. And we sit down and actually allow ourselves to become unhealthy. We don't exercise. We do this. We do that. Spend time watching TV. Blah
You
blah
don't
blah.
eat right.
No, I don't mind watching TV. I don't mind doing those things. But put your health first. Do things for your body. Do things that will make you
Correct.
stronger. Do things that will make you stretch like that girl across there. Next thing is you fold up and all you have to call the girl to sing the song. Don't fold up culture, though.
Lord.
Dons, I see you have a few other products here I want to go through because this
Yeah.
this is super
Ah, the
interesting.
hush me. Yeah, you
Yeah.
would love the hush me.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, hush me. That's our line for beauty. It provides moisturizer, it cleanses. It's five things. You get moisture, you get things to clean, to refresh your skin. You know, my husband looks at me at times and he says, I'm not seeing your glow. I said, what tired? He said, yeah, but you don't have a glow. And it is important, ladies, and even men, to keep that glow. And Hush Me brings that glow because it refreshes your skin. You need your skin to look alive. You know, sometimes they say you pinch. You ever see people pinching their face to get a little flush on them? Well, you won't see flush on us, but Hush Me does that for you. Gives you that look, that beauty, that glow. Right? That's our beauty line. And we have
Donna,
more products that will be coming in as well, Eric?
Donna,
Hmm.
we have somebody asking if you ship to the US.
Not yet.
Okay.
And I am longing for it to go to the US because my sister, my cousins are waiting for this. Not yet. But we will be there soon. I promise you. And I will definitely ask Eric if they'll allow me back on the show to share that with you.
Most
Thank you,
definitely.
Harry.
Yeah, man. So Alan, you was just asking about how you get whether it's a by itself or combos and that kind of thing. So here we have some combos and Donna, you could elaborate. What are the different
All
combo
right.
packages you have?
Good. So these combo packages, and I love Yolanda saying, Alan, give your wife a gift for Christmas. I love it. Right? The combo bundles are actually like 1,400 TT dollars. So you have the Virgin combo. Eric, yes, thank you. Great. You have the Virgin combo. You're actually saving 200 on this because you're getting 4 boxes of Virgin. Okay? So that is a nice Christmas gift. You bring in your 4 boxes and you can give 2 to your wife, 2 to your sister, any friend that you have. You have the other one, you have the 1 box of Adwell with 50 sachets. Now the Adwell is 1 sachet to 100 ml of water, regular warm water, pipe water, and you drink that. I usually use 2 because I find it makes me feel so good. And you have 2 boxes of Virgin with that. So that package comes at 1,400. All the packages are 1,400 in the combos, Eric and Alan, and for our viewers
Okay.
out there. Okay, so let's roll to the other one. We have one with 2 boxes of Adwell and the shaker. Remember, I showed you all the shaker. This shaker, okay, it's where you put your Adwell in, and where you put the water and the Adwell in, and you shake it. It has the measurement and everything with it, right? Good. So that's 100 sachets there. Then you choose, you could look at his and hers. Now you're getting 1 box of Virgin, 1 bottle of Ali Heart, and 1 bottle of Fementina for 1,400. That's a beautiful package because it takes care of both male and female within a household. Okay? Moving on to the other one, Eric. Thanks. And I like this one. This is the men's package. You see my muscles there, all right? You have 2 bottles of Ali Heart and 1 box of Virgin. So that is another combo that you can get. And in 2 weeks' time, this could be on your table, blessing your family with good health from head to toe in every way and making your relationship even sweeter for this Christmas.
I think that was the last one. Let me see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the last one, but I want them to know this. Our 5 product brand series we have coming in eventually. We will have the health and functional food, we will have skin and personal care, kitchenware and home, lifestyle food, and these are all the things that will be happening together with our intimate care products. These are all the things that is on the pipeline to come in through Emery. And that is what we have to look forward to, a growing business. I often tell people, for me, that health has met wealth and they have a beautiful marriage because the compensation plan for this is fantabulous. It is something you need to see. And I invite you, if you want to find out more, call me 296-8879, and I will share more with you about the whole compensation plan and the rest of the business. But put your health first. You need to be healthy out here. Thank you for having me.
Very nice. Very good
Whoa.
stuff. Good stuff.
Whoa.
Ali Hart.
Oh yeah,
Virgin.
Alan Hart.
I,
You can call it Alan Hart, Eric Hart, whichever Hart.
Alan
It was
Hart, indeed.
Hot.
yeah,
I
yeah.
will tell you what, right, Donna. If I don't, it's kind of tricky to want to add to my libido and my testosterone, and you see,
Trouble, trouble.
yeah, yeah, you know,
But you're blessed, Captain.
I wanna, yeah, I wanna put it. I think people they say Alan, okay, had enough sleep, one rest. That, that's
I
what it's
love
trying to
that.
say,
I
Harriet
love
But
that.
Jeremiah send
but
you
yeah, so
Alan, you must have friends who you could share this with. I am sure. You must have
true,
friends.
true. But
Yes,
yes,
share it.
yes. But if I'm gonna give it to somebody and say try that without them talking to me before they go say, well, we should tell us something, or I don't want to put nobody house in problem. I might be blessing them, but I want to put them in problem. But I hear you.
Well, you know what
I
you would
hear
tell
you.
them?
No,
Let me tell you what you use as the key for selling this, and this is really important. It prevents osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. That is something that is common out there, and
so
people,
but is
I
that
mean,
something? But right, but is that something for anybody at any age to be worried about? Like, okay, how soon should a young person start supplementing their health for us against osteoporosis?
okay, may I say this? Osteoporosis is something that can attack you at any age. It is not something that has an age on it. You can get it normally, it
And
will
that's
come to people as they get older. But some young people get those things. They have arthritis in their bodies. You need exercise, you need calcium, you need to properly take care of your body. You need to take in things, enzyme, plant-based substances that will help your bones to stop thinning. And that is what happens. But there is not okay, I would say you might have a percentage where it's more older persons it will attack. But it can happen to young
right.
people too. It can happen to young people too. So
I hear that
I
because
believe that good health has to be supplemented as you grow. A baby who is fed mother's milk is more healthy than a baby who given a bottle. We know that, right? You
right,
grow your child in a particular way because you want that child to be healthy. But sometimes it so happens that child may not respond, the body may not do what is required. And you have to, as a parent, do things that might be different from other parents. You might have to increase on certain things for that particular child. Tell them they have to exercise, they have to walk. A friend of mine told me she has high blood pressure. I told her there are things you can take, but you still have to walk, you still have to stretch, you still have to exercise, you still have to do those key things as well.
When my
But you
daughter
have,
was, sorry,
uh-huh.
when my daughter was
Go ahead, Eric.
16, when she was 16, we had to
Uh-huh.
take her to a gynecologist because she was suffering something we had never heard about before, endometriosis at
Yes, I know
16.
that.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
And she
And that
was
is for
actually,
elderly.
yeah,
That is for the
exactly. Well, this is
elderly.
what I'm going to say. When the doctor
Hmm.
examined her, he said her inside at 16 was like
Yes,
an
was doing it.
80-year-old woman.
Oh Lord, hey mercy.
So I just say that to
I,
substantiate what you said. No, it's a
yeah,
rare thing. It's a rare
it's
thing.
a
It's
rare
not something
thing.
you'll just find a dime a dozen around the place. But the reality is there are still some, and you don't know who might be
Yeah,
going through that
Correct.
because for 2 years she was struggling with that in school and nobody knew what it was.
that's right.
Yeah.
You sit in class, sometimes the children in front of you. My area is food and nutrition. So I understand more about these things than a lot of people out there would. And I would look at some of my children who come before me, and when I look at them, you have to wonder, this is a 16-year-old and they're going through some pain. Miss, I can't lift my hand. And you don't know what to do for them except tell them they have to eat well, they have to exercise, they have to do things. Life sometimes can throw us some serious, painful curveballs. But I am saying you have the chance to do something about it. Don't wait until it happens and then say I shoulda, coulda. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Do it now. Don't wait. If you know that if I live a certain way, I eat a certain way, I exercise a certain way, it's going to be preventative, do it. You wait until it happens, then to run and say, oh, God, bring one of those to me. By that time, now to bring back to where you should have been and where your body should be,
It's always
you're
harder.
already. Yeah, it's harder.
It's
It's
always harder.
harder to do.
Always harder.
It's harder. Not everybody can
Question,
boast like
because
candle, you know. Not everybody can boast like the candlestick, you know. Yeah, Eric, question.
it's not is
Alan.
I wouldn't consider it a
Alan,
boast, but I'm just saying
you're
my
very right to boast.
reputation precedes me.
That's
My
right. And
reputation.
if
But
it does, I love that.
I like to
I
share.
love
I
it.
like to be
Nothing
open
like
and
a
honest.
Trini man, eh? Trini man is
I like to
something
be
else.
open and honest.
No, that's
So,
right.
so now
That's
let me
right.
ask you this question. Let me ask you this
Mhm.
question. In terms of the exclusivity, because you realize that we have to come to you. Is this exclusive to you? And could we expect down the road the product becoming much more, I mean, where mass production is concerned, much more available and easily available? Because you'll tend to find that even if you have to depend on FedEx, there's another additional cost that will bear in on the product itself as well. Is there any moves to getting it, where it's there's this massive thing, or is this that they want to keep it exclusive and maintain this FedEx delivery type service?
Before you answer, I've seen something here that
Yeah.
Anastasia said it will work good for me. I have spondylosis. I have never heard that
Spondylosis.
word in my
Yeah.
life.
I've heard spondylosis before.
What is that?
I think it's something to do with
I've
your
heard it before.
spine or something. I
It's
think it's something
fine.
to do with your back area, yes. But
All right.
spine,
So,
lower,
well,
lower back.
Anastasia, if you could give us some more info, because this is an eye opener for me right here. I just learned something else.
Anastasia,
Um,
share a bit more about it. Is it something with the lower back? Pain in your lower
And
back,
there's
I
something to
think
do
it
with
all
is.
right.
it.
So,
Just trouble to
Anastasia,
get
if you
up.
could give us some more information, please. Donna, meantime, you could go ahead and answer
Yeah.
Alan's question.
Um, Alan, very good question. Okay. We have just started in Trinidad and Tobago and in Barbados. So, of course, we are dependent on FedEx at this point in time. But I believe as we go along, there's always room for growth. There's always room for change. Let me back up a little bit to something that we had done previously. We can bring in eventually the products so that it will be available here for you to buy off of a counter or from our head, Mr. Louis, or something like that. But I'm saying right now, we are dependent on FedEx to bring it to us. And FedEx is working quite efficiently and effectively. Yeah? We have not had a problem. Yes, there's a small payment when it comes in. But what I love is Mr. Louis went in and ensured that the payment is consistent. It is not like here, there, everywhere. And I love that. Very, very supportive, very strong person. He has been in this sort of business for a number of years. And I mean, he has a lot of plans, a lot of future, a vision for the future as to where we are going to go in this country and Barbados. So that question that you brought, I'm quite sure would have planted a seed in his mind already, where we can have it maybe in a warehouse. So as people come, you know, but you know what that is
Yeah,
dependent
yeah.
on.
Because as long as the word spreads, you want to have it easily accessible, and uh, it will only do well for the nature of the business as well as for people's health. And
That's right.
even though you're creating this bottleneck kind of effect where people will come to you and they have to come down, it makes it easier, and I'm sure it will come bring down the cost a lot for transactions
Definitely.
like this.
Yeah. I
Um,
see.
Definitely.
and it will benefit the people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I only say that because I know the benefits, I understand the benefits of supplementing, in terms of making sure that you like when I go to work out, if I'm going to work out, my instructor would say stack up on carbohydrates, stack up on this, on carbs, stack up on this, stack up on that. So according to the type of workout that you're going to put out, your body is
Because
going
you
to
burn
require
more
certain
fat.
things up front.
Yeah. You
Right. So
burn
he would
more.
say put it in up front, because I used to experience where I was working out and I would get lightheaded, right? I was starting to get dizzy. And he say, Alan, you're not eating. I say, well, I eat this morning. He say, you're not eating enough. And he
That's
buffing
right.
me. You understand?
Yeah.
So he telling me eat more 2 days before, a day
Yeah.
before, and then come and work out. Don't
Let me take
eat,
a
Because the
not eat.
carbohydrates provide the energy. So you
And it's the
need that
same
to
thing.
help you
And it's the
work.
same.
let's take a
And
call.
it's the
Let's take
same
a
thing for
call again.
supplementing.
Yeah.
Right, I agree.
Robert Dub, good night inside.
You guys saw what Lisa put up there just now?
Hey guys,
Yes.
Yes.
wonderful program as usual, and
Hey, my brother, what's happening?
Hey.
how you doing?
Good man.
Wanted to comment on the politics though, but I couldn't get in. But the spondylosis is degenerate, is a painful, is a back pain from
Spinal
degeneration of the
osteoarthritis.
spinal.
Yeah, Lisa just said that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Thank you,
but,
man. Yes, yes.
okay. Nice program as usual, guys.
Thank you, man. Blessings.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
That's Clint.
Okay. Alan asked a question that I would like to answer as well. There was a
Well,
point you brought up.
before you
with,
answer, Alan, somebody
okay.
said that you need to come back because you're sharing a lot of good information. So
Yeah, they enjoy the
maybe
program. Yeah.
maybe what we can do is get a, because we have a number of persons talk about how good it is and things. So maybe we could try to get a couple of them to come on and share their testimonies, because
That will be fantastic.
it's one thing to talk all kind of nice thing. Well, they could do this, they could do that, they could do that. But to hear from
Yes.
people who actually use the product,
That's right.
different thing
That's right.
altogether. So go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's not sorry at all. That's a plus. Alan asked, if it's only me. But if your sister who has Adwell and she's part of the business, you can join this business through your sister. There are meetings held on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. We have meetings in Nigeria. I have a friend in Nigeria, and I mean to say he's interested in becoming part of the business. It is how excited you are about something that creates the energy. I'm excited. I am fed up of my friends telling me, I have cancer, I have this, I have that. I'm fed up. We can't just allow it to come through the door and do nothing. And that is my concern. Too many of us are just comfortable. Well, I'm sick. You see, well, I'm sick is not my answer to the problem. You have to do things before. You see what your guy told you? That's a key fact. He said, Bill up, take your carbohydrates. You know why? Because your body need it. Because you're exercising and your body burning beyond what it has to give out. So he tell you, top up. It's like Digicel, when you have your phone, and you have to top up. Right, so you top up. So he told you that because if you don't top up, you know what will happen? You'll start to damage the bones in your body. You will start to damage all your liver and your organs, and you're going to start to suffer from pains you wouldn't believe you could get. All that what you're doing there. My husband is into exercise. So when I do exercise, he just be like, I ain't see exercise today. I think it was Christmas. Don't worry about that right now. Right? But the thing about it is, what I am saying is, there are things we need to do, and he always tells me, stretch. He say, you ever watch a dog? Watch a dog. When the dog gets up, what does it do? It stretches its body because your body needs to stretch. But we don't do that. Many of us sit down for 5-6 hours and then get, oh God, my back. Oh God, my weight. Yeah, I get pains too, but hear what? I'm stretching it out. And then I'm taking my Flexies, I'm taking my Adwell, and I'm doing something that says, no, you are not welcome here. My body is a healthy place, and this is what I want in my body. That's it. So you can come to the meeting. You might have a friend who can invite you, and you can become a part of the meeting. But I am exposing you to it, sharing it with you, opening the door for you to do better with what God has given you, to be a better steward of your body.
Nice. Nice. Donna, you understand? All right, special thanks. Make sure I send me Ali hat. Send my Ali hat. And you had to get one for Eric. And you had to get one for Alistair, who's absent. I'm plugging in for the. Eric's supposed to remind people when they come in.
Send, just whatever
bring
you
thing in the
send.
tub.
Just send thing, man.
Put in the tub.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, I really appreciate this. I looked at this show. I enjoyed it, but being part of it, I mean to say, I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this evening. Sharing the products was one thing, but being a part of the conversation with you guys was definitely a plus plus. Man, I felt good being said, you could have done 2 men in a tub and 1 lady.
And a lady. Correct, is right.
Yeah.
It's good to have you here and to share. Something?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to all the persons who called, texted, those of you who endorse the product. I listened to Alan's questions, And I know sometimes Alan does deliberately choke a little fire, yeah? But it's questions that anybody would ask for, for logical reasons. They want to know.
Yes.
And they want to
appreciate
ensure,
it.
they want to
Appreciate
feel safe with whatever they're going to be using, etc. kind of thing. And more so, I mean, it's how we are. Because it's not something that you can just walk in your typical pharmacy and pick up. They would have these questions, and logically, let's take this last call before we go. Rubber Dub Dub, you inside?
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night. I enjoy her show. What's her name, Donna?
Donna Samlalsingh.
Yes, Donna.
Okay, right. I enjoy her show. She should come back again.
Yeah, man, we'll bring her back. We'll definitely bring her back. Yes. Yes, caller, we hear you.
The WhatsApp is 683. The WhatsApp is 683-2258.
58. Woo, this is what I mean. Let me correct that one time.
Yeah.
2258. Right, not 85.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so I was just making the point. Sometimes we hear some of the questions like what Alan would have asked, but they're very logical and practical because it's not something that you can just walk off the street and just walk in a store or a pharmacy and say, I want a box of this, I want a box. So people obviously want to know this thing have any kind of back end, what kind of testing they do. They want to be sure. And I think you do that.
And you want to endorse,
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Alan.
No, and you want to make sure that you're endorsing the right, because, a lot of people getting inundated with a lot of stuff coming left, right, and center.
Correct.
They might know the right questions to ask about a product. Yeah. And like I was always taught, the real important thing is not so much what you know, is what you ask. Is having the right questions sometimes is the most important, as the essence of life. And that's why you get better health, get better information, you get better knowledge if you have the right quality questions. And to know that we're getting a product from Nigeria, and again, most of our doctors I can't say most, we have a lot of Nigerian doctors down here. And if Nigeria could endorse this in terms of, and they don't make joke in these areas. They are very keen on health products, health stuff. They're very keen on these things. So to me, I get a certain sense of assurance, knowing the backdrop of the product, where it's coming from and stuff. And a lot of people they might say, I'll say places like China, India, Africa, these people and them take the time with products. You understand? They know how to research and develop a product and put it out there before it gets out there. So, it's a good endorsement for the product, like I said.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Alan, I appreciate the questions that you asked because they were questions that really caused me to think as well and respond because I have researched it. I did research the company. And this is what people need to know. You need to ask these questions so people can know because I have nothing to hide. I am using the product, so if anything is to go wrong, it will go wrong with me as well too. Or if it is to go
and that's the strongest testimony. Yeah. And that's the strongest testimony right there. You can testify to it, your husband can testify to it.
Yep. And I want to add to that. Do your own due diligence because at the end of the day, Donna could simply be a saleswoman. She have a product to sell. So she will say anything to make you feel comfortable that the product sells. And it does. But you have to do your own due diligence. No, of course, I know Donna. There's a reason why I asked Donna to come. I mean, there's no question. But I'm saying at the same time, don't just take people's words for it. Yeah, ask the questions, get the information, but still go and do your own due diligence and make sure you're comfortable in yourself.
That's right. And when they call me, I so bold. When they call me, because they're going to call, there are meetings Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, and I can send you a link and come and hear, listen to what people are saying and the testimonies. You will see for yourself. And Eric, that's important, what you said to bring into the show next time I'm coming. People who will share their testimonies. And I will show you some statistics of the women in different countries that have suffered from vaginal issues, and how Vagine has helped them. And Adwell has helped them.
Look what Harriet is asking. My question, am I too far away to become a part of the business aspect of the product?
Where's Harriet? She's in the US. She's
She's
the
in
girl
the
who has to go
States.
to.
So
Yeah, Harriet, we will be coming
I,
to you soon.
we go talk finder's fee, right? Because
Yeah, you do that.
because you're getting business off of Miss Shona, so you gotta talk, right?
For sure, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Once we have healthier people, we have more calls coming in.
That's it, you understand?
That's
No,
it.
but tonight, fantastic job tonight, guys. And I don't know if he's looking on, but I want to say, I know the gentleman, not from this business. I know him. When I heard the name, I say, that name sounds familiar. Mr. Brian Louis, I want to say hats off to you for what you've done in bringing this product to Trinidad.
Yes.
And of course, we hear in the testimony, so the more healthy people we have around, the better we are as a people, overall. So thank you for doing your part, as small as it may be, and who knows how big this will grow. Yeah? So,
yeah, man.
With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is where we say our final good night, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Antigua, Guyana, Australia, imagine that, Canada, US, UK, all out in France, people watching Rubber Dub Dub and thinking, Donna, yeah, boy, we kind of big out there.
Wow.
You understand, Montserrat, all kind of, yeah. I think Tortola, we can't forget Tortola. Right, in our very own Tobago, we have people who call
So
and
nice, so nice.
view on a regular basis. So, this is where we say good night, folks. Have a good one. Let me just pay a few bills, and we're going out to that.
All right.
Thanks, Donna.
Girl, them see me in the place want touch me. See me in the place want touch me. Girl, hear about when them friends touch me. Can't believe until I them get touch me. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear Cadbury sponsor me all night. No girl get wicked at the knees. My flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh Lord, my kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord, my kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet. She said take control like you belong. I rock it up like when the cops come. Afraid that I make it, so now I slow down. And she said increase the speed up and I cruise. One time, she said she never feel this kind.
Welcome to your one-stop shop for all your vocal acting, audio advertising, and production needs. KV Voiceover Production Services takes care of all voicing requirements and are equipped to supply the right voice for all your advertisements, narrations, and audio voicing for virtual and live events. You can visit us online at www.kvvoice.com or contact us at 493-5387 or email at kvvpro1@gmail.com. KV Voiceover Production Services. We've got the voice to make things happen.
Oh, na, 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 na.